isa kalsado because kamukha niya si Mama Mary!
When you say beautiful, who's the first Filipina celebrity that comes to mind?
Does it need to be like pure Filipina or
Anyone, any Filipina. Anyone who considers himself as a Filipina.
I don't know. For me, it's
Me, Nadine. Sorry.
Muna ka na.
Nadine Lustre.
Ako si Jane De Leon. I don't know, she's really morena. Plus, I do think na she symbolizes the morena beauty of a Filipina. I do think she's pure Filipina. So, there.
Okay, with me naman it's Nadine because she started making girls feel comfortable with their skin tone. Like the morena skin tone. So, I noticed na the more she flaunted her own skin and her own beauty, other girls started to tan din yung selves nila. So, ayun, she gave the confidence to most Filipina women.
For me, it's Nadine Lustre because she's a pure Filipina. Morena, I like how her skin looks. I like how she presents herself.
Also, top of my head, I think Nadine Lustre did. I don't know, she's the ultimate embodiment of the term morena.
There are a lot of underrated actresses that are morena. Nadine Lustre tops them all, in my opinion.
Usually kasi dito, yung beauty standard natin sa Philippines is
maputi.
More on
Maputi.
white, mestiza, like that, mestiza, chinita. So there's not much representation of morena
Morenas,
people.
yeah.
And so, yeah, that's why I thought of Nadine Lustre kasi she's very pretty and very
sexy.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think si Kathryn Bernardo.
For me, it's Liza Soberano.
Ako for me si Kathryn kasi very morena and talagang modern Filipina yung dating. And then also, may aura siya as like Maria Clara. Yun yung nakikita ko sa kanya.
Ako for me, Liza, kasi parang the way she smiles and the way she carries herself in front of many people. Also her personality as well.
Liza Soberano. Liza Soberano as well.
Gaya talaga to.
Yeah. Joke lang. But should I change my answer or? Yeah, actually, it's the first celebrity that comes to mind for me among all Filipino celebrities, I guess. She is most beautiful. Kahit makita mo sa billboard or sa TV, she is really captivating.
For me kasi, yung recipe para sa super gandang Pinay is dapat may hati yung blood. Half Filipino, half foreign country. Isipin mo, most of the actors that are featured for their beauty is yung mga half Pinay. So, I think yun yung mga features na what really makes them captivating.
I'm going to agree with that as well. Like, sa ibang field ng entertainment, I guess mga beauty queens natin, right? Like, sila Catriona or Wurtzbach. They both have Filipino blood and they are beautiful.
Kathryn Bernardo, more natural Filipino beauty. Because, I don't know, she gives that resemblance of a Filipina, especially being a morena, with the nose, with the figure of the face, her physique. So, I guess that. What do you
For me, actually I was gonna say that, but I'll change it. Nadine Lustre. Because to me, she's really pretty and also she doesn't look very mixed pa. Like, in my opinion, she's really a Filipina. That's like part of her message then to other Filipina girls, like to be really proud of who you are.
Mine would be Barretto.
I don't really know many Filipina beauty celebrities because I grew up abroad, so I haven't really been exposed to that.
Mine would be Gabbi Garcia. Here in the Philippines, if you're whiter, you're prettier. And Gabbi Garcia is really morena, which is, I feel like, the true example of a Filipino beauty.
I think for me, it's Barretto because first, she's also one of the only few female celebrities I know, and I also find her really beautiful because she's super simple, yet the way she carries herself and just acts in general, it's also super like elegant.
For me, Angelique Manto. Actually, she's a candidate for Miss Universe Philippines right now. She's representing Pampanga and she's really pretty. For me, when we say Filipino beauty, for me it's the morena skin. I don't know, just the aura. And her Instagram, guys, it's so nice. Well, for me, it's Isa Calzado because kamukha niya si Mama Mary! She's really beautiful. I saw her in real life and she has a very beautiful heart and soul.
Do you think that the celebrity you mentioned physically defines what true Filipino beauty is?
Yes. Nadine looks... Yeah, she looks Filipino.
Yeah nga, si Nadine.
Yan nga. Oo nga.
Yeah. For me, yeah, si Nadine kasi based on her vlogs, ganyan, and her mga backstories about her life, she shared na she grew up in a Filipino household setup. So,
Yeah, for me, Jane is very Filipina. Filipinang Filipina.
why?
I don't know, she looks Filipina. I don't know how to explain it.
Yes.
For me, yes. From the skin color itself, morena. It's like a representation of the Filipino people.
Tsaka knowing Nadine Lustre, it's already given na Filipina siya, na walang other ethnicities bukod sa Filipino.
Yes.
For me, pag sinabi nila Philippines, more on like a morena. But yeah, for me, she is.
For me, it's what I've said earlier, because Kathryn has an aura of Maria Clara vibe, and also yung beauty niya, hindi siya yung pang mestiza type. So, very Filipina nung beauty ni Kathryn, and also yung roots na pinanggalingan niya. Pure Filipina talaga si Kathryn.
For me, on our generation, parang some of the opinions, like may mga mixed races na kasi tayo. When it comes to beauty pageants, sabi nila na may mixed race, ganyan guys. So, what makes her a Filipina, it's more on how it embraces the culture of the Filipinos.
And I think wala naman na like pure Filipino na sa atin because of yung mga pagsakop sa atin ng mga ganyan.
Honestly, hindi. No, kasi first look mo sa kanila, first impression mo sa kanila is foreigner to. If hindi mo siya na-mention na Filipino siya, hindi mo siya maiisip in the first glance.
Pag sinabing Pilipina, like, it's like the ordinary Filipina. Like, makikita mo everyday, the common folk Filipina. Contextualizing on the celebrities we mentioned, I don't think it applies, lalo na if it's half-blood. For me, but what constitutes like Filipina is like pure Filipina, ano talaga, roots and family talaga is Filipina.
For me, yeah, I think so. Because I've seen some of the pictures of Kathryn's family, and I think they're purely Filipinos. But when it comes to historical value or something like that, the bloodline, you can't really say that a Filipino is a pure Filipino. Because, again, we are mixed from different cultures, different ethnicities. So, yeah, I guess that.
Well, for me, with Nadine, I really think she looks like a Filipina. Well, partly because I grew up with her being in TV. So, my idea of a Filipina has always been Nadine. So, yeah, that's kind of why then I chose Nadine.
Personally, I don't think Julia Barretto looks Filipino because she's also like not so morena compared to Gabbi Garcia.
Yeah, Gabbi Garcia for me does look Filipino. Not like the typical beauty standard here where you have to be light skinned. She's more morena, which exemplifies like a true Filipino beauty. And at the same time, I think many people would agree also that she is gorgeous.
For me, yes. Yeah. I don't know, just how she looks like. It's really Filipino. Like for me, the skin, the hair, the facial features, it really screams Filipino for me.
I think in a way, not really how she looks, but how she acts. It's very Pinoy. We love a good-looking Mama Mary. Filipino version.
She's really kind, di ba? Isa Calzado.
Yeah, she's very kind.
Also, Angelique Manto is like soft-spoken.
Yeah. They're very Pinoy. Like us.
In your opinion, is there such a thing as pure Filipino features?
First and foremost, our answers. The morena skin tone. And then, nose? I don't know.
Can I answer?
Go.
Okay, so I think, for me, no, walang Filipino look because na-influensyon tayo ng Spain, Chinese, Phil-Chai.
Kahit 1/4.
Most of us may
or,
have.
Yeah, may lahi. Wala naman taong pure na pure eh. Make sense?
Actually, yung mga nagjo-join na ng the pageantry, diba parang si Catriona half, si Wurtzbach may half.
Halos lahat ng sinasali sa pageant.
That's what I noticed.
For me, I don't think so. Kasi going off from our descendants, our ancestors, di ba, we're a mix of Spanish, Chinese, American, Japanese. Kumbaga naghalo-halo na yung features ng mukha natin. I just don't see something that's like a representative of a Filipino's race. Kasi, for example, sa Thailand or sa Malaysia, I can see some features na super similar to us to the point of like mistaking them as Filipinos then, but they're not.
I agree. In other Asian countries like Thailand, Vietnam, Indonesia, you're going to mistake some people there na, uy, baka Filipino to, when in fact, sasabihin nila sa'yo, I'm not Filipino, I'm Vietnamese, I'm Chinese, whatever. I also don't think there's a so-called Filipino features aside from what they call na morena. That's my opinion on that.
I still think nag-exist pa siya. Yung qualities natin, yung culture natin.
Yeah, kasi despite of having like mixed races, there are still some Filipinas naman na purely Filipino talaga. Like for example, in the beauty pageant, we have Maxine Medina, we consider her as a pure Filipina, and also Bea Gomez, they consider her as a pure Filipina. So despite having this idea of we are being like having mixed races, there's still pa naman when it comes to the features of being a morena.
Feeling ko tatak, Filipino na siya. I mean, hindi siya unique quality, pero nakilala tayo as like
the
ganong race.
When it comes to Filipino.
Kayo manggi.
With like mixed race people, in my experience, parang rare sila. Bihira ko lang sila makikita. Pero exception kung mag-BGC ka or something posh, makikita mo siya. But for the most part, like if you're going around the Philippines, like, ang makikita mo talaga na from a Filipino is maitim ang buhok, pango ang ilong, kayo manggi ang balat. Yun yung parang, for me, is like the very definition of a Filipina talaga.
It's not really sobrang defined. Once you look at them, makita mo, mahalata mo na, uy, Filipino pala to. Like, you really can't explain it, even though sa ibang bansa ka, man-notice mo na kahit may hawig tong Pinay, may hawig tong Filipino, maybe because of the eyes, yung, as he said, the hair, the nose, yung mga basic features naman, parang nakasama siya dun sa mga features na nakita natin.
There is no one Filipino look because there's so many different features that make up a Filipina. You can have pale skin, you can have tanner skin. There's really a mix. I think there is Filipino characteristics of features, but there is no singular one.
I agree. Since given history naman, it's something we can't change or prevent. So, yeah, being a Filipina doesn't mean you're just morena or, yeah, you could be light-skinned too and still have those Filipino features such as the eyes or the nose or the hair.
I think for us, we still have a specific look. For me, like, I think the nose says a lot also. And our smiles.
Yes, controversial daw. I think also our skin color. So skin color kasi diba, there's a notion where if you're tan, you're richer.
Mostly from the West.
Yeah. So we're rich with culture. Napunta na sa iba. Rich with culture, rich with love.
Sedmentation.
Rich with values. Napunta sa skin.
But I think for me, like, there's still a distinct feature. I think for me, it's the nose. At saka, I mean, the skin, yeah. Like, you know if it's a Filipino. Personal opinion, guys. Don't attack. Don't attack.
No bashing. We're just having fun.
Stop.